sometimes I wish I was luckier. And this is not to sit here and be like, oh, woe is me and life is never fair. But sometimes I just think, why couldn't I just have the best luck in the world? I go and do something and suddenly it's seen by Oprah and she's like, you know what, get on a plane. Or I try a business venture and within a month it goes viral and I'm selling out of stock, And that's my diary entry today, is I wish I was luckier. I think I'm not here to moan and complain, my life is not terrible, but sometimes you do something and you're struggling with it and you talk to people about it and they say to you, oh, well, don't worry, most people fail, we only see success stories and not everyone succeeds at things. And I just think I don't want to be part of the majority that fails. I want to be someone that's fortunate and things go well for. And yes, don't get me wrong, I understand good things take hard work, but you do see a lot of people now. I mean, I feel like I see a lot of people now that are fortunate enough to, I just watched a TikTok of a woman who said she started a dropshipping company and then within a month she made 30k, and then she started a drawing company on her iPad. She'd sketch stuff and sell the art, and then she made 42k in 6 months. Then she started a clothing line and that sold out. And some people I do feel just have good luck, and I'm not gonna moan, but sometimes I look back at my life and I think the series of unfortunate events, if you know that book series that was out, Limney Cricket or whatever his name was, Limney Snicket, I feel like sometimes I'm trapped in a series of unfortunate events and that things go okay for me and then when they're about to just peak, they go wrong. Or, oh, if only that had happened, it would have been fine. Or if that person hadn't done that. And I just think sometimes I'm sick of it. And I know maybe it's confirmation bias, and if you have a negative lens, you look at things and think things are unfair. But no, I don't think that's the case. I've spoken about this to some of my friends and in therapy and said, look, this happened and this happened, this happened. And the faces are like, oh yeah, gosh, you've got a lot going on and that's unfortunate. And I just think luck is something that I think people have or don't have or favor or whatever. And sometimes I just wish, I wish I could just have a stroke of luck, have a few weeks or a few months of just things just going well. Like I do this and it works out. I meet this person and they connect with this person. I apply for this thing and I get it. I start this opportunity and it just, from the start, if I'm posting on a certain page, it starts getting views and the views are just building naturally. And I have a viral video. Like, why can't I be someone that just gains 10k followers overnight? I mean, I've been slaving at this channel, slaving at my other channel for ages. And so I'm not here to moan. I mean, I am moaning. I'm here to moan. I want to just vent. I feel frustrated sometimes that I don't have better luck. And I wish things could be easier. And I think having a sudden turn of luck that just one thing, one of the 5 or 6 things I'm trying at was just to have a sudden stroke of luck and just go well. I think that would make me so happy to just think, okay, it's not me against the world. And I think sometimes it does feel like I'm fighting my hardest at everything I'm doing, and I fight for a week and I fight for a month, and I fight for 6 months, and it does slowly move, the needle moves, but it's such a fight. And I see other people, I'm not a jealous person, but I am a person that notices what people experience, what people tell me, and then I think, oh God, like this person just did that and they applied for a job and they only had 2 interviews and it wasn't technical and they got the job. Or this person wanted to move country and they applied to this job and then they got a position, they got asked to move to another country. Or this person started this business and they were just fortunate they were here and there, and next thing you know, it all went well for them. And I just think, oh God, I wish that I had that kind of luck. And I don't have it often. Maybe I do in some things. I've had it before. Maybe it's age. Maybe you have childish naivety when you're younger and you think that things are just happening and it's luck. And actually as an adult you realise that things are hard, and the older you get, the more you want and the harder it is to get those things because you're an adult and you want better things for yourself. But I do think sometimes it can be tricky when you feel like it's you against the world. And that does, I think, has affected my outlook and my general positivity and the way that I interact with the world, the way I view the world. When I was younger, I always thought that I could do anything, I could have anything. If I wanted to be a singer, if I just started writing songs, one day I'd be the next Drake or I don't know, whoever, Matt Corby or Beyonce or whoever. And I thought, if I wanted to start a record label, I did this at uni, I'm going to be the next Universal Music. And if I wanted to start a clothing line, I wouldn't even think, what if it fails? I would just start the thing with such confidence. And I've done so many things in my life. I'm not even going to list them here. I've done so many things in my life that I had a dream and a passion I started, and then for some reason or the other, a business partner drops out or a friend says they don't want to do it anymore or whatever. And that's been really sad to be someone who's so creative and so inspired and willing to take things and try them. But the more I've taken things and tried them and they haven't gone my way, the more I felt like I've lost that internal belief in myself. I've lost that feeling that I can do anything. And it's sad because now looking back, I can see that in myself sometimes. The way I interact with the world and view the world is that I think, oh, I could do that, but it's probably not going to happen for me. Or I could ask that person, they're probably not going to reply. Or I could apply for this thing, but I'm probably not going to get the award. Or I might post that video, but it's not going to do well. And it makes you a bit negative and a bit pessimistic. And I was never a pessimistic person. And so I worry about feeling like I've lost my inner self and confidence in myself and a belief that I can take on the world, because I do think having to fight and work so hard for so long just I've become fatigued. And I don't hear a lot of people talk about this feeling. I feel like when I say it, sometimes people are like, oh, don't be negative. But I don't hear a lot of people sharing that they just feel beat down and trodden and drained. And I have two friends that I do talk like this, and it's really lovely talking to them because I think they understand how I'm feeling. And sometimes I think people want to give you advice from where they're coming from, or maybe they're not experiencing what you're experiencing, so they're trying to motivate you that it will be fine. But sometimes when you're going through something that isn't true to their experience, having someone give you advice that isn't true based on the facts you're experiencing can be a bit pointless, because I'm like, you don't understand how I'm feeling or why I'm feeling like that because you haven't lived it. And for you, it's a conversation, but then you put the phone down and you go and live your own experience. If you're living, as I sometimes feel like I'm living mentally day to day, it can be a bit tough to just feel like you've just got to keep pushing on, because if you stop, you're not just going to be lucky and things will be fine. Things will probably be terrible, because that's my learned experience. I just wish I was luckier, basically, is the bottom line. But fortune favours the brave, as they say, so we've got to keep being brave and keep trying. But it can be hard to want to keep trying or see a reason to keep trying when the evidence shows you otherwise. So I don't know. This is my another negative video, another diary entry about feeling unlucky. But that's how I feel, and so that's my truth, and I'm going to say it. And these diary entries are supposed to be honest and real and direct, and I'm going to put it out there, and if someone sees it and resonates, great, and if not, then I still feel good for saying it. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked this diary entry. If you related, please comment, share your experience, and if you've felt like this before, let me know so I don't feel alone. If you like this video and want to see more, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.